Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. Today I wanted to share what we are gifting our 7-year-old for Christmas this year. He is almost 8. So pretty much within that early elementary school age range. And then as well as I will share what we are doing for our 4-year-old in my next video, just to continue to give some ideas as you begin your holiday shopping. You're shopping for your own children, your nieces, your nephews, neighbors, whoever it may be. And then I will also share what I am doing in their stockings as well as what I'm doing for their teachers. So the stockings and teachers will be in one. And then my next one will be what we are doing for our 4-year-old. So I like to get my shopping done pretty early. I really like to enjoy the holiday season. I don't want to do any shopping in December. That is the absolute worst. And then we do Family Advent, which I've shared before, kind of what that looks like. And how I structure that for our family. So we just have lots of activities and memories and crafts and all the things. So I really like my focus to be on that in December instead of purchasing gifts. So I pretty much start in the summer and then I'll just get like the last minute things as they pop up. So anyway, but if you need more ideas, definitely check out that playlist. I also shared what we are giving for other kiddos this year. And hopefully it just continues to spark your own ideas, or it gives you some specific ideas. So anything I can link, I will share down below, as well as ways to connect and all that good stuff. So I will be talking about you know who for just a few minutes. So if you have little ears listening, I'm about to talk about that now. But we do 3 presents from Santa to represent the 3 wise men that came to Jesus. So they get 3 Santa gifts, they get 3 gifts from mom and dad, and then they get 3 gifts from each other. And then our family also gives them gifts, grandparents and nieces and nephews, aunts and uncles. So I try not to go too overboard because they get way too much. It is just like complete overwhelm. So anyway, so for our 3 Santa gifts, one is they are going to be getting a new scooter. So that was something they just need. We scooter pretty much every night as a family. When we go on a walk, the 2 of them will scooter. So we got the Razor scooters, which I will link down below. We have them up there, but that will be what they are both getting, a blue and a green one for their favorite colors. And then for my older son, he has asked for a Darth Vader mask. We are very into Star Wars. Very. We just finished watching all of the movies, which I've seen multiple times, but seeing your child watch it is so fun. So he wanted a mask, as well as other Star Wars stuff. So this will be one of his gifts for that. And then I like to keep the 3rd one open depending on what they ask for when we go visit Santa. So we haven't done that yet. So they pretty much tell me what they want, but if for some reason it's like something off the cusp, I like to keep that last one open. If they don't have any other ideas, I'm gonna get them each their own carry-on luggage. They don't have their own luggage, we still share. So usually they will have their stuff with mine, or if my husband and I both have a big suitcase, we'll divide the boys between the 2 of us. But I will link the luggage that I will get if they don't mention anything. Of course, it's a green and a blue one for their 2 favorite colors, and it's just a rolling carry-on one. So I found them on Amazon. I want to say they're $50, which we do travel often, so I feel like that's a pretty good price point for how much we do travel. So if they don't mention anything, that will be their 3rd gift. Then from mom and dad and from brother, I don't really know who was doing what. I have a list on my phone, but I'll look at that, and then, it's just a hodgepodge anyway. So some things he has specifically asked for. Going along with the Star Wars theme, because we are very into that, like I said, I will put this in like a box, but he wanted the Kylo Ren costume. So we love dressing up. We love pretend play, using our imagination. So he is gonna be getting this, and he will be so obsessed. We have like a little costume bucket in his room that they pretty much use, I would say, a couple times a week. They really do use it. So he is getting that along with the double lightsaber. So I guess this is a specific one that he asked for. I forget who uses it. I should know because I've seen the movie so many times, but he wanted the double lightsaber. So he will be getting that, which, he will love. Our kids do a lot of pretend play. We only do screens on the weekends. We do movies on Fridays, and then on Saturdays and Sundays, we'll sometimes let them do Nintendo Switch, like Lego, Mario Kart, Minecraft, stuff like that. or we'll maybe let them do a second movie. But we don't really do screens unless it's weekend or travel. So during the week, we do a lot of pretend play. So he will be loving that. And then I think that's the only Star Wars stuff, are those three things. So that's with the Star Wars theme. Then let me tell you, this is probably gonna last a hot minute, but he really wanted it. So, you know, it is what it is. He wanted this hydro blaster. I honestly couldn't really tell you what it does, but we saw this at Barnes & Noble and he just thought this was amazing. I will say in the summer, when we have like our water slide and the trampoline and the sprinkler underneath, they love doing things like this. I mean, they're boys. They love like filling up water guns and squirting each other and doing all the things. So he will probably get good use out of this summer, but we will see. It could be hit or miss. I'm not really sure. But he did request that from Barnes & Noble a while ago. So he will be getting that. We are also huge Lego people. His big Lego, it's a Star Wars Imperial something. I can't remember. That's gonna be his birthday present. So I've already told him that's a big gift. That's gonna be your birthday present. So he already knows. But we also love Minecraft. Love it, obsessed, can't get enough of it. So he asked for the Ender Dragon. So he will be getting this. If you know, Legos, especially if they're specific like Star Wars, Minecraft, they get pricey. So, and he's getting to the age where he understands that, that, you know, we're just not going to spend an infinite amount of money to get presents. So we have to be like mindful of what we're getting and stuff. But he has been asking this for a while. So he's getting a Minecraft Lego, and then my younger son is going to get a Minecraft Lego. However, he's not really into building the Legos. He just likes playing with them. So they really do set up all their Legos and they play, but my younger son really isn't into the building stage yet. So my older son will love it because he'll get to build pretty much all Christmas Day and be obsessed. So he is getting that. And then he's also getting this plus set. I have talked about these before, and I also shared like the little tube in my last video of what we're giving kiddos. These are great little building blocks. I know there's so many out there. There's magnet tiles, there's the little star links, there's even like Lincoln logs. But he loves these. And we also saw these at Barnes & Noble, and he talked about these. So it's just anything where we can build, tear down, create, I love. So like Legos, stuff like this, any of that sort of thing, I will happily spend the money on because we use it for a good amount of time. The magnet tiles, all that stuff. And you can just add to your collection, which I love. So he'll be getting that. And then the last thing that he's getting is he is going to be getting this Gravity Maze game. So it's like a logic game. He is my brainy one. He is my critical thinker, loves stuff like this. We love games. We play games all the time. He's actually in chess club. So right now we've been really into chess, and it's pretty incredible. My 4-year-old even is like pretty good at it. I mean, he'll beat me sometimes, which is pretty good. So just a new game, something that we can keep, we can play as a family, and have fun with that. So like I said, the other gift that he is getting is up there, and then I don't have his last gift yet. So I will pick that up hopefully in the next couple weeks. I just kind of want to gauge them and see what they say in case it's completely different of what they've told me. But that is what his looks like. He also, some other things I know off the top of my head, he is getting a couple other Legos from grandparents. He's getting like a puzzle from my sister. He's getting a Lincoln Log train set, a couple Nintendo Switch games because, you know, those are pretty pricey. So that's all I can think of right now for him. And then his stockings. So their stockings are very intentional of books, and then from us he will get like a Nintendo Switch game and things that they actually like and request instead of just filler stuff. I will do like one candy in it, but I really try to be intentional with their stockings as well because those are from mom and dad. And you know, those add up real fast, let me tell you. And the older they get, I'm like, okay, here we go. I get it now. So anyway, but that is what his looks like. We do different wrapping paper under the tree. The boys have a wrapping paper. Me and my husband have a wrapping paper. And then for other people is a different wrapping paper. So they know which ones are theirs. And then last year I started doing where I printed off their face. And I, of course, wrote, you know, to so-and-so from mom and dad or whoever. But then I tape our faces on the top of the gifts. And they loved it. They loved being able to look under the tree and see which ones were theirs, because as a kid, that's the best thing ever. And then they loved passing them out. So it'll be really special this year. My parents, my sister and her fiance are coming and staying with us for, I guess, 3 nights. So we'll have their gifts as well, and they will love it. So I'm so excited. But anyways, I hope this gave you a few ideas. It's pretty random. I will say, as they get older, you know what they ask for and what they like. It's really funny. They've also been into G.I. Joes. I will say, if we didn't have G.I. Joes, I would purchase that. However, my in-laws had all of my husband's G.I. Joe stuff at their house. So we have like a Jeep, a motorcycle, so they've been playing with that a ton. But for this age, that's also a good idea. If you're kind of stumped and you kind of want to dabble into that, they've been playing with those so much, pretty much every day. So that's a great investment. I feel like Legos, magnet tiles, anything building, games, that's kind of the season where we're at. So hopefully this gave you ideas, and I will catch you on the next one of what we are giving my 4-year-old. But hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.